Hello, my name is Valerie Chatelier, Northwest Regional Rep from Lincoln Parish. First off today, we have John Broussard from Natchitoches Parish. Mr. Broussard, 4-H alumni, has been a dedicated 4-H volunteer and supporter for over 67 years. Mr. Broussard has worked tirelessly to promote, maintain, teach, and fund 4-H programming. Beyond his effort to pioneer a 4-H auction and banquet to provide vital funds for the Natchitoches Parish 4-H program, he is also the lone pioneer in establishing a community garden that is maintained and harvested by him and a local group of trustees. Whether it is working alongside junior leaders at the farmers market, grilling burgers at Achievement Day, or participating with the state 4-H boards, school garden, or individual 4-Hers in their gardening projects, Mr. Broussard can be found smiling his Southern gentleman smile and willing to tackle any task, large or small. Please join us in welcoming Mr. John Broussard to the Louisiana 4-H Hall of Fame. Mrs. Coates has been a part of the 4-H system for over 60 years and has held many hats during her tenure, including a parent volunteer, club leader for 25 years, project leader, master gardener, mentor, 4-H advisory board, junior leader club advisory, and many other roles. Ms. Coates encourages community service for her members and has helped them learn the importance of civic engagement through the service of food banks, clothing drives, toy drives, and fundraisers. Her focus on citizenship and leadership has encouraged members to participate in lobbying issues such as flood control and funding for 4-H programs. Her last members have gone on to serve in the government and community positions to help make the difference on issues that affect communities across the globe. Please join us in welcoming Miss Linda Coates to the Louisiana 4-H Hall of Fame. Miss Melissa Echols, Lincoln Parish. Miss Melissa Echols began 4-H in 1983 and has gone to serve 4-H as a volunteer since 2006. A current shooting sports instructor, Miss Echols has served as a Union Parish junior leader, 4-H camp counselor, photography project advisor, archery parent volunteer, scholarship and records training leader, scholarship judge, Parish 4-H Foundation treasurer, 4-H advisory council member, as well as numerous other roles. Ms. Echols has made an impact with 4-H youth in the parish, region, and state levels. Her efforts have led 4-H youth to become award winners in photography, outdoor skills, hunting skills contests, and in the record book and scholarship competitions. A dedicated volunteer that has lived a life of service in making her community a better place for others. Please join us in welcoming Miss Melissa Echols to the Louisiana 4-H Hall of Fame.
Cathy Falcon, Lafayette Parish. Miss Cathy Falcon began as the 4-H leader at St. Genevieve Catholic School in 1991 and continued in that role until 2018. In addition to serving 28 years as a 4-H leader, Ms. Falcon has served on the Lafayette 4-H Volunteer Leadership Development Task Force, the Lafayette 4-H Youth Development Advisory Council, and the State Volunteer Leader Association, where she served on the board. Ms. Falcon has held countless workshops for 4-H members, including parish sewing classes, record book workshops, cookie contests, and several annual field trips. She has taught 4-H members the importance of serving their community through projects that benefit animal shelters, food pantries, and more. Ms. Falcon is the true definition of service, and her dedication to 4-H and her community is truly inspirational. Please join us in welcoming Miss Cathy Falcon to the Louisiana 4-H Hall of Fame. Norris Grabert Jr., Iberia Parish. Mr. Norris Grabert started his career with Louisiana 4-H in 1964, was the 4-H agent with St. James Parish in 1965, and later transferred to Iberia Parish in 1969. As the parish chairman in the mid-1990s, Mr. Grabert was instrumental in the creation of the Iberia 4-H Foundation. Mr. Grabert served the Louisiana Extension Service until his retirement in 1996. During his outstanding career, Mr. Grabert has been a member, committee chair, and officer of the Louisiana 4-H Agents Association, as well as the Louisiana County Agricultural Agents Association. Mr. Grabert continues to be an active supporter of 4-H. Mr. Grabert's most visible role is in the Livestock Project area and the support he offers for the Sugarcane Festival 4-H Livestock Show and Sale. Please join us in welcoming Mr. Norris Grabert Jr. to the Louisiana 4-H Hall of Fame. Denise Hymel, St. James Parish. Mrs. Denny Hymel has been an active 4-H volunteer for over 53 years. She has served as a St. James Parish 4-H Advisory Committee member, St. James Parish 4-H Foundation Board member, State 4-H Foundation Board member, as well as an American Farm Bureau Women's Committee representation for the Southeast region and the chair of the Louisiana Farm Bureau Women's Committee. Perhaps the most significant contribution that Mrs. Hymel has given to 4-H is the creation of the Fast Food Farm, a nonprofit that she developed to work with and educate 4-H members. Mrs. Hymel has won numerous awards over the years for her dedicated service, including Volunteer of the Year, the Modern Woodman of America Hometown Hero, and has also been inducted into the FFA Hall of Fame. Please join us in welcoming Mrs. Denise Hymel into the Louisiana 4-H Hall of Fame.
Michelle Puissegur, Acadia. Mrs. Puissegur has served Louisiana 4-H for over 49 years as a club leader, chaperone, state and parish judge, Cloverbud club leader, Acadia 4-H Foundation member, camp volunteer, as well as many other roles. Her former 4-H members describe her as a role model who exemplified what it is like to be a leader, who is available to help wherever needed. In addition to being honored with countless awards, Mrs. Puissegur is known as the record book expert for over 20 years and has trained many state record book winners. Throughout her 49 years of service, Mrs. Puissegur touched the lives of countless 4-H members, staff, and volunteers. A teacher in the state for over 34 years, Mrs. Puissegur is always willing to go beyond the normal call of duty. Please join us in welcoming Mrs. Michelle Puissegur to the Louisiana 4-H Hall of Fame. Patti Rodrigue, St. John Parish. Mrs. Rodrigue has served as a 4-H club leader for 35 years and is a member of the St. John Parish 4-H Foundation Board, the Parish Advisory Committee, and serves as a judge for parish contests. Mrs. Rodrigue made significant contributions to 4-H through community service projects, field trips, and coordination of regional and state events. Mrs. Rodrigue has used her passion for agriculture to recruit members for the Farm Bureau Ag in the Classroom program, enabling youth to get hands-on learning on how agriculture affects their everyday lives. In addition to being instrumental in success of her parish 4-H program, Mrs. Rodrigue was recognized for her work with the LSU Ag Center mitigation project, in which a flood protection berm was built around East St. John High School. Please join us in welcoming Ms. Patti Rodrigue to the Louisiana 4-H Hall of Fame. Traci Hymel, Vermilion Parish. A former 4-H member, Ms. Hymel has served many roles throughout her 17 years as a 4-H volunteer, including school leader, club leader, judge, camp leader, junior club leader, and chaperone for various field trips and camps. Mrs. Hymel began her 4-H volunteer career as a school leader. Later, when the club leader retired, she assumed the position and focused on helping 4-Hers with project books and demonstrations, as well as becoming actively involved in organizing record book and demonstration workshops, community service projects, and fundraising activities for her school club. Having written demonstrations and trained 4-Hers with speeches and presentations, Mrs. Hymel has also helped host Parish Demonstration Day for the past 15 years. She has also received many awards, including Vermilion Parish Achievement Day honoree and Outstanding Parish Club. Please join us in welcoming Ms. Traci Hymel to the Louisiana 4-H Hall of Fame.
Camelia Soprano, St. Mary Parish. Miss Camelia Soprano has been a volunteer for St. Mary Parish for over 20 years and is a vital part of the 4-H program where more than anything, she loves to help youth. For years, she has worked with parish, district, and state livestock shows, helping to maintain their success. A former 4-H member, Camelia used her experience showing rabbits to teach youth how to properly care for their animals and improve their showmanship. Miss Soprano served as a Louisiana 4-H shooting sports volunteer and started the St. Mary Parish 4-H shooting sports program in 2008. She has led and taught archery to youth for over 8 years. From the beginning, she has dedicated countless hours and financial resources to make sure 4-H youth have everything they need.
Please join us in welcoming Miss Camelia Soprano to the Louisiana 4-H Hall of Fame. Brian Spillman, West Feliciana Parish. Mr. Brian Spillman, who is currently serving as
Sheriff-elect and Homeland Security Director
for West Feliciana Parish, has served the Louisiana 4-H community for over 45 years. Mr. Spillman has served 4-H in multiple roles, including camp leader and chaperone, as well as a regular supporter for the livestock show. Mr. Spillman has served on the State 4-H Foundation Board, the Louisiana Wildlife Agents Association, the Homeland Security Committee, and the Law Enforcement Committee for the National Association of State Boating Law Administrators, as well as various other boards and committees. Mr. Spillman has supported every fundraiser West Feliciana 4-H has ever hosted and regularly donates his time and resources to help youth take part in several 4-H programs. Mr. Spillman has been an integral part in the success of the West Feliciana 4-H program, and we are excited to welcome him into the Louisiana 4-H Hall of Fame. Jerry Whatley, Calcasieu Parish. Mr. Whatley, a retired extension agent and active 4-H volunteer that is dedicated to making 4-H experiences accessible to all youth, has served as the Southwest District Livestock Show Manager for over 20 years. Mr. Whatley's relationship with local governing agencies ensured their support for the parish program through their monetary and in-kind donations, even well after his retirement. During the years that he served as parish chair, he was always supportive of his 4-H staff and members. He has done everything from cooking for agent meetings to judging record books to meeting 4-H clubs. Mr. Whatley has worked with school gardens in the parish and continues to support them on a weekly basis. You can still find Mr. Whatley on the floor of the parish livestock sale every year, ensuring exhibitors receive the recognition they deserve. Please join us in welcoming Mr. Jerry Whatley to the Louisiana 4-H Hall of Fame.